Hello everyone, and welcome to this video guide from the Superior Court of San Benito County. In this video, we'll go over the forms you need to request a fee waiver for any court costs. If you're filing a case at the Superior Court of San Benito County but can't afford filing fees, you may qualify for a fee waiver. We'll walk you through step-by-step process of what forms you need, how to fill them out, and what happens after you file. A fee waiver means you don't have to pay court filing fees right away or at all, depending on your situation. This can include fees for starting a case, making copies, jury fees, or filing documents. You may qualify for a fee waiver if your household receives public assistance, such as Medi-Cal, CalFresh, or unemployment benefits, or SSI, if your income is very low, or if paying your court fees would make it difficult to afford your basic needs. The first step to filing your fee waiver will be to gather the correct forms. To locate the forms on our website, down here you'll find the fee waiver request link. This will take you to the California Court's website, where you'll be able to locate the links for FW001 and Form FW003. You'll also be able to find links for these forms on the description of the video down below. First, we'll start off with Form FW001, the request to waive court fees. It's important that you read this top portion of the fee waiver. It'll tell you that if you're getting public benefits or low income, or if you do not have enough income to pay for your household basic needs and court fees, you may qualify for a fee waiver. It will also mention other important information regarding the fee waiver and information about what to do if you need to pay later. First, let's begin with your case number. Your case number can be found on any document related to the case, or you may contact the clerk's office, or you may log on to the public portal and do a case search to locate your case number. The case name will be the last name of the petitioner, that is the person that starts the case, versus, or V period, the last name of the respondent, which is the other party in the case. Next, you'll fill out your information. That includes your name, your address, street or mailing, city, state, and zip code, and your phone number. Next, you'll put any information related to your job, if you have one, the name of your employer and the address. And for step 3, you'll put any pertinent information relating to a lawyer, if you have one. For step 4, it asks what court fees or costs you're asking to be waived. You will click on the Superior Court. Section 5 asks why you're asking the court to waive your court fees. There's 3 different options that you can select. For option A, you'll select this option if you receive any sort of public assistance, such as food stamps, Medi-Cal, unemployment benefit, WIC, and you'll click any and all that apply. Option B is if you do not have public assistance. You'll list your gross monthly income before taxes and the number of people in your household. And there's a chart right here that can help you determine if you qualify based on income. However, if you make too much, you may still qualify. Option C states that you do not have enough income to pay for your household basic needs and the court fee. You can check one, or you can check any that apply to give the court a couple of options. This one will be to waive all court fees and costs, waive some of the court fees and costs, or let you make payments over time. For section 6, you'll check the box if you have asked the court to waive any court fees in the last 6 months. If you have, you'll attach a copy of that fee waiver to this document as well. Next, you will sign and date the form. Keep in mind that you're filling out this form to the best of your ability and that you're declaring under penalty of perjury that what you're writing on this form is true and correct. So it's important to be honest. If you filled out option A, you do not have to continue with page 2 of this form. However, if you filled out option B or C on section 5, you'll need to continue to page 2 of the form. If you selected option 5B, you'll proceed with section 7, 8, and 9. And if you filled out option 5C, you'll fill out the entire second page. Section 7 states that you need to check here if your income changes a lot from month to month. If it does, you'll complete this form based on the average income for the past 12 months. Section 8 will be your gross monthly income. Again, that will be before taxes. Right here, you'll list all sources of income that you currently have. That will include any wages, spousal or child support, retirement, social security, anything related like that. You'll go ahead and put the source of income and the monthly gross amount that you receive. Or section 9 will be the household income. So this is going to ask you to list all other people living in your home who depend in whole or in part, or whom you depend in whole or in part for support. For example, if you have 2 children who are currently not working, you'll list their names, their age, their relationship to you, your children, and their income right on these lines. If it's 0, you can go ahead and put 0. If you have a partner that helps out with rent or with food costs, at the end you'll go ahead and list total all these here on this section, and then you will continue to add section 8B and 8.9 to get your total monthly income and household income on this section right here. You clicked option 5C on the first page. You'll also continue to fill out sections 10 and 11. So section 10 will focus on your money and your property. You'll list any cash that you have on hand and the amount right here. Any bank accounts that you currently have, you'll go ahead and list them and the approximate amount that you currently have. You'll include cars, boats, or other vehicles, the make and year, the fair market value. In order to locate the fair market value, you can use online webpage such as Kelley Blue Book, and that will give you an estimate of how much your car is worth if you were to sell it. And you will also need to list how much you still owe on the car, boat, or other vehicle. Next is any real estate that you have, any house or property. You'll also list here, including the fair market value and how much you still owe, which that will most likely be your mortgage. Next, write any other personal property that you have on hand, including jewelry, stocks, bonds, anything related like that. You'll describe the property, again the fair market value, and how much you still owe if you still owe anything on that. Number 11 is all about your expenses. On the first section here, you'll list any payroll deductions and the monthly amount below. That includes things such as taxes, health insurance, payroll deductions, 401k that's taken out directly from your check. Section 11 covers any of your monthly deductions or expenses. On the first section, you'll list any payroll deductions. That means anything that's taken out directly from your paycheck, whether it be taxes for your wages, health insurance costs, payroll deductions, 401k, union dues. You'll go ahead and list those here and the amount that is taken out from your check. Rent or household payment and maintenance. Here you will write down your rent for the month or your mortgage payment. Food and household supplies, that includes things like groceries, any amount that you spend on yourself and anyone else in your household. Utilities and telephone, this includes things like your water bill, your cell phone bill, landline, electricity. Clothing, that is clothing for yourself and your household. Laundry can be laundromat, dry cleaning. For medical and dental expenses, that will include any sort of co-pays that you pay for those services. Insurance, you'll list payments for life insurance, health insurance, or accident insurance. You won't list car insurance. There'll be a separate section for that. And then make sure if you include health insurance here. If it's taken out directly from your paycheck, you do not need to include that cost for health insurance down on this section. For school and childcare, that will include any costs associated with your school or your children's schools, childcare, daycare costs. For child and spousal support, this will be any sort of payment that you make for child support or spousal support from a different marriage. So if, for example, if you're filing a child support case, this would be additional child support or spousal support related to another marriage or another relationship, not for this case. Transportation, gas, and auto repairs and insurance. This is where you would include your car insurance payments, the amount you pay monthly for gas or transportation. And then on installment payments, that's any sort of payment that you make on a monthly basis, either for a loan or a car payment or anything that you owe to a bank. Wages held by court order, this would be any sort of wage garnishment that's taken directly from your paycheck. And then if there's any other monthly expenses that you can think of that weren't listed, you can go ahead and list them and the amount right here as well. Next, you'll go ahead and add 11A through 11N, this whole section, and you'll calculate the amount, and that will be your total monthly expenses. If there's any other information that you may want to provide for the court that is not covered on this form, you can also attach form MC025, or you can attach another sheet of paper with financial information, your name, and the case number written on top. This would include, for example, if you lost all your belongings in a fire or in a flood recently, you can include that information as well. Try your best to fill out as much of the information on this page as you can. Any details about your financial situation will help the judge better make a decision. And remember to be honest and complete, and leaving any sort of section blank can affect the fee waiver application process. Next, we'll focus on form FW003, the order on court fee waiver. For this, you'll mostly need to fill out this top portion of the form. That will include the case number. Unless you are starting the case at the same time that you're filing for this fee waiver, you should already have a case number. And the case name, which will be the petitioner last name, the respondent last name. You'll need to fill out your information, including your name, your address, the city and state, and the zip code. Any lawyer, if you do have one, you'll fill out their information on section 2. And section 3, you'll list the date when the fee waiver was filed. You'll also click this box if you've previously filed a fee waiver order for this case, and then you'll list the date that you filed those other fee waivers. For the rest of this form, you'll just need to fill out your name and case number on the top of page 2, and your name and case number on the top of page 3, and you'll be finished. The next step will be to make a copy of your FW001. You'll have 2 total, including the original, so a copy and the original, and you do not need to make a copy of FW003. Next, you'll need to file your forms. You'll take your original and the copies of your fee waivers to the court clerk. You can do this at the same time as you file your other court papers. The clerk will give you an estimate regarding how long it will take to process your request for fee waiver. Please note, in some cases, the judge will need to review and make a decision of the request. They will then use form FW003 to write their decision. You can also file your fee waiver by mail. You'll need to include a self-addressed and stamped envelope so the clerk can return your copies back to you. Download your copies directly from our website's public portal. You'll just need to create an account and simply log in, and you'll be able to download any copies related to a fee waiver. You also have the option to electronically file your fee waiver. You'll select Online Services, go to Electronic Filing, and you'll be able to start here to locate any electronic filing service provider. Please note there are some costs associated with filing electronically. It's important to always keep copies of your forms for your records. What happens next? After you file, a clerk will review your request, and if approved, your fees will be waived. If denied, you'll receive a notice from the court. You'll have 10 days from the date of notice to either pay the fees, provide additional information, or request a hearing regarding your fee waiver eligibility. If you do not take action during this time frame, you may need to reapply for a fee waiver. If you need additional help or for more guidance, please visit our Superior Court of San Benito County's website or consult with the Self-Help Center, open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Thank you so much.